Your person is currently experiencing an overwhelming emotional pull toward you, one that they can't seem to ignore no matter how much they try. Even though they may not openly express it, you remain at the center of their thoughts and emotions. They feel a deep sense of connection that goes beyond logic, something that feels fated, almost spiritual. However, despite the intensity of their feelings, they are feeling trapped and uncertain in their current life circumstances. There's a sense of being stuck, as if they want to move forward toward you but external responsibilities, personal struggles, or emotional fears are holding them back. They may be facing challenges that make them feel powerless or unworthy, which causes them to withdraw and isolate themselves emotionally. On the surface, your person may appear calm, distant, or even self-assured, but beneath that exterior lies a heart in turmoil. They are trying to maintain control over their life by focusing on themselves, embracing what could be described as a solo energy. This solitude, however, isn't one of peace, it's one of necessity. They feel the need to rebuild, to regain a sense of stability, and to figure out what truly matters to them. In this period of quiet reflection, they are realizing that no matter how much they try to detach, their thoughts continue to circle back to you. This inner conflict is both painful and enlightening for them. They are slowly coming to terms with the truth that their feelings for you are not something they can easily suppress or ignore. Deep within, your person is preparing to communicate, to finally say what they truly think about you and this connection. They've been holding back for a long time, unsure of how to express their emotions or afraid that doing so might expose their vulnerability. But now, they're realizing that silence has only created more distance and misunderstanding. They want to be honest, to tell you that they feel broken and lonely without you. When you are not around, something within them feels incomplete. The world seems dimmer, their motivation weaker, and their sense of joy diminished. They miss your presence deeply, your energy, your voice, your understanding. You brought them comfort in a way no one else has been able to, and the absence of that connection has left an emptiness that they cannot seem to fill. Your person feels a powerful sense of attachment to you, almost as if their soul is tied to yours in ways they can't fully explain. They feel indebted to the bond you share, not in a burdensome way, but in a way that makes them feel that this connection is sacred and meaningful. In their heart, they know that you were never just another person who passed through their life. You were someone who awakened emotions, growth, and realizations within them that they didn't even know existed. They now understand that by running away from this connection, they were not protecting themselves, they were actually pushing away their own blessings. Every attempt to distance themselves from you has only shown them how integral you are to their happiness and sense of purpose. This time apart has not been wasted, however. It has served as a necessary phase of healing and transformation for both of you. You are each going through your own personal journey of self-discovery and emotional recovery. There may have been wounds that needed to be addressed individually before you could come together in a healthier, more balanced way. The universe seems to be guiding both of you toward personal growth so that when you do reunite, it will be from a place of strength rather than pain. You are both learning important lessons about love, patience, forgiveness, and emotional vulnerability. Your person is beginning to realize that everything happening right now is part of a greater plan, a divine orchestration meant to bring clarity and balance to this connection. They are learning to trust the process, and you are being called to do the same. What is meant for you cannot be denied, no matter how long the road seems or how many obstacles appear in the way. The bond between you and your person is resilient and enduring, capable of withstanding distance, silence, and time. However, your person is also confronting some painful truths about their past behavior. They recognize that at times they may have breadcrumbed you, offering small pieces of attention or affection without fully committing, as a way of maintaining control. This was never because they didn't care, but rather because they were afraid of being vulnerable. They feared opening up completely, worried that doing so might expose their insecurities or lead to rejection. In their attempt to protect their heart, they ended up hurting yours, and that is something they now deeply regret. The realization of how their actions affected you has been weighing heavily on their conscience. They wish they could take back the moments when they made you feel uncertain or unworthy of their full attention. Now, they are beginning to see things from a higher perspective. They understand that vulnerability is not a weakness, it's a necessary part of love. They are learning to let go of control and to allow themselves to feel fully. This awakening is slow, but it's genuine. As they continue to heal and grow, they are finding the courage to step into authenticity, both for themselves and for you. In time, your person intends to return to your life, not out of loneliness or guilt, but because they truly believe this connection is something worth nurturing. They are realizing that love isn't about control or fear, it's about trust, openness, and shared growth. When they come back, it will be with a clearer mind and a fuller heart, ready to rebuild the connection on a foundation of honesty and mutual understanding. Until then, trust that this separation is temporary and purposeful. Both of you are evolving into stronger, wiser, and more compassionate versions of yourselves. The universe is aligning everything for your highest good. What is truly meant for you will always find its way back, and when it does, it will be even more beautiful than before. Nobody has ever been as loyal, patient, and accepting toward me as you have. In a world where people come and go so easily, where connections fade like distant echoes, you remained constant. You stayed when I was lost in my own chaos, when I couldn't even understand myself. You saw parts of me that I tried to hide, the broken, uncertain, imperfect sides that most people would turn away from, but you didn't. You embraced me with all my flaws, and somehow, your acceptance became a mirror that showed me who I truly was. There's a strength and purity in your loyalty that I've never encountered before, and I can say with certainty that no one else has ever made me feel the way you do. Your focus and dedication have always amazed me. You have this rare ability to remain grounded, even when everything around you is spinning out of control. I've seen the way you put your heart into everything you do, whether it's your dreams, your relationships, or even the smallest details that most people would overlook. That focus is what first drew me toward you, but what kept me close was your heart. You have this beautiful balance of determination and gentleness, and it makes you truly unforgettable. Sometimes I catch myself thinking about how lucky I am to have crossed paths with someone like you, someone whose energy feels so aligned with my soul. There are so many things I want to share with you. My heart feels full of unspoken words and untold stories, thoughts I've carried with me through the silence that's grown between us. Yes, I want to talk to you. I want to tell you everything that's been sitting heavy on my mind. But I'll admit, I don't know how to start. It's been so long since we've truly communicated, and the distance between us feels like a wall I don't know how to climb. I replay our conversations in my head, the way we used to talk so freely, and I long for that comfort again. I keep wondering if you'd even want to hear from me, or if my silence has made it too late to bridge the gap. Still, no matter how time passes or how things appear, I haven't forgotten you, not even for a moment. You linger in my thoughts more than anyone else ever has. You are constantly on my mind because you are irreplaceable in my life. No one could ever take your place, because what we shared wasn't something ordinary, it was something sacred. You became a part of my soul, woven into the rhythm of my days and the quiet moments of my nights. I need you, not out of dependence, but because your presence feels like home to me. Your love is the calm that settles the storms inside me, the warmth that seeps into the cold corners of my heart. You are the only one who has ever soothed my soul so completely. You made me feel emotionally vulnerable in the most beautiful way, safe enough to open up, to let down my walls, and to allow myself to be seen. For the first time, I didn't feel the need to hide behind strength or pride. You made vulnerability feel like freedom. With you, I experienced what it truly means to be emotionally satisfied, to be loved for exactly who I am, not for who I try to be. Now, I find myself just trying to find my way back home, back to that sense of peace and belonging that only you could give me. You made me stronger. You helped me grow into someone better. Because of you, I've learned to see myself differently. The old me, the one full of doubts and insecurities, is gone. You helped me bury that version of myself and inspired me to become someone who could finally believe in love again. You gave me the courage to face my fears and to rebuild my heart from the ruins of my past. Even though you may feel like I disconnected from you, please believe me when I say that I never truly did. I may have gone silent, I may have drifted away, but this connection has never been broken. It has always lived quietly within me, waiting for the right moment to be rekindled. Sometimes, distance is not about forgetting, it's about finding the strength to return as someone who's ready to love fully. That's what I've been doing, trying to become the version of myself that you always saw in me, the one who could finally match your light. Now, as I write this, I realize how much I want a new beginning, a new life, and I want it with you. I don't want to run from what I feel anymore. I want to embrace it, nurture it, and rebuild what time and silence may have broken. Your love lifted me up when I didn't even know I needed saving. It showed me what it means to be seen, to be cherished, and to be loved without condition. You are more than just a memory. You are my reminder that love, at its purest, never truly fades. It waits patiently, like sunlight breaking through after a long storm. And no matter how far I wander, my heart will always find its way back to you. Your partner wants to use their affection and touch to express the depth of their love for you. Every glance, every gesture, every moment of closeness they imagine sharing with you carries the weight of everything they've been holding in their heart for so long. They want the opportunity to show you, not just tell you, how much you truly mean to them. It's not just a fleeting desire or a passing emotion, it's something they've thought about carefully, something that feels real and grounded. They want to hold you, to remind you through every touch that you are safe, cherished, and deeply loved. This isn't simply about physical closeness, it's about emotional connection, about proving through presence and tenderness that their love for you is genuine and unwavering. Even though they long for this connection so badly, they can feel your caution. They understand that you've been through situations that have made you more guarded, more mindful of who you let into your space and your heart. You're not the same person you once were. You've learned to protect your peace and stand firm in your boundaries. They can see this change in you, the quiet strength, the way you move through life with a new sense of self-worth. You're not rushing into anything, and that makes them respect you even more. It might frustrate them at times, because they wish things could move faster, but deep down, they know that your caution comes from wisdom, not fear. Your partner sees you as someone who deserves nothing less than the world. They watch you from both a place of admiration and awe. The way you care for yourself, the little routines you've built, the way you handle challenges with grace, the way you carry yourself with quiet confidence, draws them in even more. It's as if every moment they see you thriving only deepens their desire to be a part of your life. They don't just want to stand beside you, they want to contribute to your happiness. They long for the chance to care for you in every way possible, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. It's not about control or possession, it's about wanting to nurture, to support, and to give you the comfort and safety that they know you deserve. To them, you are their wish come true, the kind of person they always dreamed of finding but never believed actually existed. They see in you everything they've ever desired in a partner: strength, warmth, beauty, independence, and compassion. You are not just someone they want temporarily, you are someone they envision in their life permanently. Every time they think about the future, you are in it. Every dream they dare to dream feels incomplete without your presence. For so long, they've loved and admired you from afar, quietly wishing for the chance to be closer, to show you how they feel, to bridge the distance that has existed between you. But something has changed within them. They've grown tired of simply wishing and hoping. The days of silent admiration are over, they're ready to take action. They understand that real love requires courage, and they are finally ready to be brave. They want to step forward, to make their intentions clear, to show through consistency and honesty that their feelings for you aren't just words, they are a promise. This is no longer about fantasy, it's about building something real, something lasting. At the same time, you are standing tall in your own power. You are no longer triggered by the same fears or insecurities that once held you back. The past has taught you valuable lessons about self-worth and emotional boundaries. You've learned how to recognize love that's healthy from love that's merely convenient. You've become stronger, wiser, and more intuitive about what and who deserves your energy. This new version of you, the one who leads with self-respect, commands admiration, not just from your partner but from everyone around you. Your partner notices this strength in you and finds it irresistible. They can't turn away, even if they tried. In fact, your independence only makes them fall deeper in love. The more you embrace your authenticity, the more they realize how rare you are. They know they can't go back to a time before they felt this connection. Every moment apart feels heavier now because their heart recognizes that what they feel for you isn't ordinary, it's something extraordinary. They are falling even more deeply in love with you, not because you make it easy, but because you make it meaningful. You challenge them to grow, to be better, to rise to your level of emotional maturity and integrity. You inspire them to be more open, more expressive, and more intentional in their actions. They see love not as a game or a fleeting passion but as a sacred bond that requires care, trust, and devotion. In their eyes, you are not just a partner, you are a muse, a mirror, a source of light in a world that can often feel cold and uncertain. They want to show up for you in ways that perhaps no one has before, to be the person who doesn't just say I love you, but proves it through patience, understanding, and consistency. They want to create memories with you that will last a lifetime, quiet mornings filled with laughter, late nights filled with deep conversations, and everything in between. This love story feels like it's on the edge of something beautiful. The tension between caution and desire, between patience and passion, only makes the connection stronger. You are both learning how to trust, how to open up, how to meet each other halfway without losing yourselves in the process. And while the future may still hold uncertainty, one thing is clear: neither of you can ignore the depth of what's unfolding. Your partner is ready to give their heart fully, and though you move carefully, your soul recognizes the sincerity behind their actions. Love like this doesn't come around often, it's rare, transformative, and deeply human. And in the quiet moments between hesitation and hope, something new begins to bloom, a love that feels safe, patient, and beautifully real.